I click consoles. Yeah. Well, I have a GameCube. I have a Wii. I have a Wii U. I have a PS3. I have an Xbox Series X. I have a Wii. What? That's not a Wii. That's an SNES. That's an NES. This is not mine. That's a very bad Genesis. One of my Xbox 360s, because I've been working on them, it's a pain in my butt. Other two Xbox 360s, and I have a couple others. Yay! Anyways, this thing right here. This is my Xbox Series X. One sec, I'm gonna move over so we can actually look at the damn thing. I hear a lot of people ask, like, people have been doubting the Xbox a lot recently. For Sony, I have a PS. Oh, I forgot the PS2. Yes, PS2. Sony has been kind of winning this generation. Nintendo, we're not even going to talk about it. The poor Wii U sits here sad. I do use it. My Switch is actually less used than my Wii U. God, that sounds odd. But I'm a retro gamer. I play retro consoles. I grew up on. I'm not the oldest in the world, but majority of the time I'm playing Wii U, and if I'm not playing those, I'm playing Super Nintendo, or I'm playing this thing. This thing for me is not what you'd think it is. Okay. People have been doubting this thing a lot, and I've been seeing it. The Xbox Series X is completely not a bad console. And if you actually give it a little bit of love, it can actually do you pretty well. It plays Xbox 360 games. Not every game now, but some of them. I don't know the amount. But still, it plays a decent bit of its library. It plays about 69. I think that's 69. It's like 49, 59, 69, something like that. Original Xbox games, and it plays all of the Xbox One library. So it's worth the money in that way. But what else can this thing do? Because it's well, I'm Canadian, so like pricey. And I got it when it was from a scalper, so great. The Xbox Series X, in my opinion, is mostly a party machine. And by a party machine, I mean you sit down with the boys, you play Mortal Kombat 11, and then you're like, well, that was nice. Honestly, what I play with this thing is Fortnite, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, things like that. I do play a decent few other games on this thing. Game Pass. I have Game Pass, or I did. I played Mirror's Edge on this thing. I actually I enjoyed it. It was actually a pretty good title. But that's an Xbox 360 game. You could buy it. Not an original Xbox 360 because they suck. I took apart the black one over there. That's the corpse of the Xbox. Kind of. It doesn't work. It's red ring now because I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to diagnose it. Yeah. Basically, man, if you want to play some older games, sure, 100%. Pretty good. Xbox 360 games and Xbox original games look incredible. Graphics-wise, this generation is huge on graphics. Compared to the Wii U, Wii, PS3, all these other consoles, like, yeah. GameCube, you're a whole nother conversation. PS2 even. Like, they look good. They aren't the best looking nowadays, but, like, if you think, oh yeah, for this time, then, yeah, it looks good. But this thing looks incredible. I have to be honest with you. This and the PS5 looks incredible. This has more specs though, better specs. This is actually true 8K, 16 gig teraflops, I think. It's either 12 or 16 teraflops. I don't remember. I haven't looked at the spreadsheet in a while. You'll have 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's a pretty good spec machine. Consoles always typically run better over their PC counterparts, though this is running Windows. It's just very light Windows. Incredibly late Windows 10. This thing, honestly, look, people are complaining about its exclusives. If you want to experience old Xbox but also want to play newer games in a whole different light, and you want to play like Halo, Forza, etc., and you're more of a console fan, pick this up. Or a Series S. Series S is probably the better option, but the Series X does have a good bit of power. But honestly, I'm more of a retro gamer, so in my perspective, it's okay, but it's not as fun as what I'd like it to be, and that's where this system fails for a retro gamer. Like the Switch, for example, failed me because Switch just doesn't feel the same as, say, the Wii U. The Wii U has so much more personality than the Switch. The Switch just, I don't know, the games don't fully feel right because there's so many ports. Wii U games just feel amazing when you have this big chunky thing. I know it's big, but like, you know, and people hate this thing for I don't know why reason. Like, this is actually, you gotta be thankful for this or you wouldn't have the Switch. In fact, the best-selling Switch game is a Wii U game. So, gotta appreciate the Wii U for that. Same can be said for the Xbox Series. You gotta appreciate it for what it is. But fact is, playability-wise, it's not... It lacks personality, and so does the PS4, PS5, and Xbox One. I missed out on the last generation a bit, but I don't regret it. This thing is a wonderful piece of technology, and I'm very big on technology, but this thing is just not really that amazing. And same with the PS5. It's an incredible system in a way, and it has so much hype, but if you're a retro gamer, look past these, please. If you want to experience these games, get a PS4 or Xbox One, or even a Xbox Series S, because you'll be able to experience that next-gen experience on a Xbox Series S, but you won't have to pay the cost of the PS5 or Xbox Series X. Like, if you just want to try it, want to experience it, and you didn't try last generation that much, or you weren't that fond of it, but you want to give these things a chance like I did, get a Series S. I can't state that enough. But game selection, yeah, it's a bit dry. It's been a bit dry, but, you know, Activision Blizzard buyout, that's gonna get better games. That's gonna make this experience a whole lot better. If you have not bought a console from this generation, wait off. And even like if you do have a console from this generation, slack off a bit, because fact is, if you wait a while, prices are gonna come down. Like, you can get some games that you really want, but if you want to expand your library and don't know much about the game, wait for a couple years, game will come down, or wait for a sale, then buy it. Collector-wise, I gotta say, this thing, I don't really collect for it. It's perfect for older Xbox 360, Xbox One especially. But I mean, Listen, things I use it for, I could have an Xbox One here and I wouldn't mind. I could have an Xbox One X or a Series S. I wouldn't mind. I like the discs, and that's a big thing too. But if you can look past the discs, get a Series S. If you can't, get an Xbox One X or get a PS4 because they're still getting games lately, but they still have an incredible library if you don't have one. If you have one, keep it for a little while. You're not missing out on much. Uh, God of War was one of the biggest titles that was on PS4. Uh, Forza. Forza and Halo, both on Xbox One. These games, yes, while being a wonderful experience, they're not gonna miss out on those last gen consoles. If they're making games for Switch, it's better as well for them to make last gen games, because PS4 especially, and even Xbox One still has a decent good few people. Xbox One didn't sell the best the last generation. Understandable. That's okay. But the PS4 did. So, game developers are definitely going to hold off until someone jumps the wagon. They will. Series S, decently more powerful. They'll wait for the Series S. The S is doing incredible in some countries. They won't drop it. It's one of the safest options with the Xbox. Series X is a wonderful console. If you like discs, go for it. And if you know you're going to use it for the next gen experience and you really need that power, go for it. If you know you're going to use it, if you know it's going to pay off, and you know you like backwards compatibility, all of those factors, 100%, go buy it. But if you are going to stick to digital, if you're going to focus on lighter games like Fortnite, Fall Guys, uh, um, Epic Epic Legends, Apex. There we go. Jeez, I couldn't get the word out. Apex Legends. If you're gonna focus on Borderlands trilogy, maybe even get them digitally on a Series S. Buy an expansion card, get it up to a terabyte, and with the extra little bit, perfect. That'll be perfect for you. Save the money on games. Save the money, get a few games, etc. This thing is wonderful for a collector's purpose. If you're a newer gamer, that kind of thing. But if you're a retro gamer like me, well then, it's okay. It's nothing special. It's definitely probably one of the most unloved consoles I have. Besides maybe the Xbox 360, because I don't have games for the thing, but I would love it if I did. And my Switch, I have a few games for it, but I appreciate it for what it is, but it just doesn't fit what I want it to be. So yeah, that's it. Good job, buddy.